The hospital reeked of antiseptic, the sharp scent clawing at my nostrils as I lay in the crinkling paper gown. My head throbbed, pounding like a drum out of rhythm. My arm felt alien, tethered to an Ford drip that didn't feel like it belonged to me. I fixed my eyes on the ceiling tiles, tracing their pockmarks just to keep from screaming. How had I ended up here? Just hours before, I'd been laughing, clinking glasses, my husband's arm snug around my waist. Now I was alone, my phone dead, my wedding ring catching the sterile light in a way that felt cruel. And James, he wasn't just gone. He had vanished, leaving behind questions that burned fiercer than the ache in my skull. It had all begun at the bar. The rusty anchor, dim lights, stale smoke in the air, Springsteen howling from a jukebox. James had insisted we go. He wore that boyish grin I'd fallen for 10 years ago. "Come on, Lena. Let's shake things up," he'd said, hazel eyes shining beneath our kitchen chandelier. I hesitated. Mia was with my mom for the night, and I'd planned takeout and Netflix. But James's grin was infectious. I caved, slipping into a red dress I hadn't touched since before Mia was born. The bar was packed, crowded with heat and voices that merged with the clink of glass. James led me to a corner booth, his hand warm against my back. That's when I noticed them. 2 strangers, a man and a woman at the bar. The man's jawline was sharp, his leather jacket frayed at the elbows. The woman's dark hair spilled over a green blouse that shimmered beneath neon light. They didn't belong here. I grew up in this small coastal town. I knew every face. But theirs? Too polished, too deliberate. Their laughter rang too loud, their glances too practiced. "Lena, you okay?" James's voice broke my thoughts. He was already on his second whiskey, his cheeks flushed. I nodded, but unease twisted in my stomach. The woman's gaze flicked our way, lingering on James a beat too long. I brushed it off. Paranoia, I told myself. I trusted James, didn't I? The night blurred into drinks, touches, strangers weaving closer. Eventually, they joined us. The man introduced himself as Ethan, his voice gravelly, smooth yet rough around the edges. The woman, Claire, smiled too wide, her teeth gleaming like a predator's. They claimed they were on a road trip from Boston to Miami. Just chasing freedom, Claire purred, her fingers grazing James's wrist as she reached for her drink. My stomach knotted, but James only laughed, carefree. Why wasn't he pulling away? Hours slipped by in neon haze. My head grew heavy from wine. Ethan suggested a nightcap at their motel, some roadside dump-off Route 1 with a flickering vacancy sign. "It's got character," he smirked. I wanted to refuse, drag James home, but he was already nodding, draping his arm over me. "Live a little, Lena," he whispered, hot against my ear. I forced down the unease, blamed the drinks, the late hour, the strange pull of the night. The motel room smelled of mildew and chemical air freshener, the carpet stained, the lamp buzzing overhead. Claire poured vodka into plastic cups, her movements fluid, rehearsed, like a dancer hitting every step. Ethan lounged on the bed, boots still on, his stare crawling over me. James sat too close to Claire, their knees brushing as she handed him a drink. My chest tightened, a warning I buried. "It's nothing. Just fun. Just a night out." But then Claire leaned into James, whispered in his ear, and his laugh was too loud, too intimate. The room swayed. My vision blurred, not just from vodka. I stood, unsteady, muttering I needed air. Ethan followed, his shadow stretching long as I stumbled against the motel's peeling wall. The ocean salt breeze couldn't clear my head. "You don't look like you're having fun," he said, low, almost mocking. I tried to shrug, my tongue thick, thoughts muddled. Something was wrong. The world tilted. My knees buckled. When I came to, I was in the ER. A nurse adjusted my fore, her face drawn with concern. "You're lucky," she said. "Your blood alcohol was through the roof." And there was something else, the sedative. Sedative. My mind clawed at the fog. I hadn't taken anything, had I? My purse was missing. My phone dead. And James wasn't there. I called my mom from the hospital phone, hands trembling. Mia was fine, asleep at her house. But James hadn't come home. His cell went straight to voicemail. Panic tore at me, sharp, cold. Had something happened? Was he hurt? Or, no, I couldn't let myself think it. When I was discharged, I cab home. The house was dark, stale. His keys weren't on the hook. His jacket gone. In our bedroom, my breath hitched. His dresser drawers, empty. Clothes gone. His watch, the leather wallet I'd given him for our 5th anniversary. All of it. On the kitchen counter, a note in his handwriting. I'm sorry, Lena. I can't do this anymore. My knees gave out. I crumpled to the floor, the linoleum biting cold. Can't do this. What did that even mean? Sure, we fought. Over money, Mia's tantrums, the monotony. But nothing catastrophic. Nothing to justify this. I replayed the night, desperate for answers. Claire's hand on his wrist. His laugh too easy. His eyes avoiding mine. Had he known them before? Was it all planned? I drove back to the motel, knuckles white on the wheel. The vacancy sign still buzzed, but their room was stripped bare. The clerk, a bored teen with acne scars, said they checked out at dawn. Cash. Fake ID. No trail. Back home, I tore through our life, searching for answers. Bank records showed withdrawals I hadn't noticed. Hundreds, then thousands siphoned for months. His laptop, left behind, had emails to a cryptic account. Talk of new starts. Clean breaks. My chest ached hollow. Had he been planning this all along? With her? With them? I called his brother, his friends, his boss. Nobody knew anything, or claimed they didn't. His boss admitted James had been distracted, missing meetings, ducking out early. I wanted to scream, demand why no one had told me. Instead, I sank into the living room, Mia's toys scattered across the rug, and sobbed until my throat burned. Days blurred into weeks. The police found nothing. James, Ethan, Claire, all gone. My mind spun theories. Was I drugged as Parakan? Or had James fallen for her? Chosen her over us? Claire's grin haunted my dreams. James's laugh echoed, sour with betrayal. I told Mia he was away on a trip, but her questions cut deeper each day. When's Daddy coming home? The twist came on a rainy Tuesday, a month later. A package on the doorstep. No return address. Inside, a USB drive and a note, "You deserve to know." My hands shook plugging it in. The video grainy but clear enough. James, in a motel room like the one from that night. With Claire, their laughter, their touches, the way he looked at her, a look he'd never given me. The timestamp, 6 months ago. 6 months. He'd been lying to me for half a year, maybe longer. The video ended, but the words from the note seared into me. You deserve to know. Know what? That my husband was a stranger? That I'd been blind, naive, foolish? I wanted to hate him. But love clung stubborn, raw, refusing to let go. I wanted to find him, demand answers. But all I had was an empty house and a daughter who didn't understand. I still don't know why he left. Was it Claire? Was it me? The ER report confirmed the sedative in my system, likely from a spiked drink. Did James know? Did he allow it? The questions gnaw at me, sharper than antiseptic sting. Heavier than the moment I read his note. All that's left are fragments. A laugh, a glance, a life dismantled, and the unbearable truth that I may never know.